wholesome programs for you and your family.
Yo, what's up? Baby, let's go!
Hey there! Want to stay connected to your favorite radio station? Follow us on social media for the latest updates, entertaining wholesome content, and behind-the-scene peaks. We're on Instagram at Wells Radio 893, Facebook Wells Radio 893 FM fan page, X Wells Radio 893. Follow our WhatsApp channel Wells Radio 89.3 FM. Get a scoop on upcoming shows, giveaways, and events. Also get to interact with your favorite presenters and share your thoughts on our posts and stories. Join the conversation and stay tuned into Wells Radio 89.3 FM, your preferred wholesome radio.
FM, your preferred wholesome radio.
Boost your business with Wells Radio 89.3 FM. In a competitive world of business, strategic brand and product positioning is key to growth. Don't remain unseen in the shadows. Shine a spotlight on your brand with Wells Radio 89.3 FM today. Why Wells Radio? We are your state's #1 family radio station. We connect with the heart of families in your state. As the smallest unit of the society, families trust Wells Radio for quality content and information. Visit us today along Alafin Avenue, Oluyole Estate, Ibadan. Our white and blue building just before Sharp Corner ensures your business won't go unnoticed. Advertise with us today. Call our marketing office on 0903 936 8185. Call Toby on 0803 509 3394. Ayo on 0706 840-7359. Take the leap today. Let Wells Radio 89.3 FM be the megaphone for your business success. You won't regret it.
right, it's another beautiful Thursday morning. Today, the 4th day of June, 2026. You're on to Wells Radio, 89.6 FM, 89.3 FM, your preferred awesome radio. We're reaching you live from Wells Broadcasting House along Alaafin Avenue, Oluyole Estate, Ibadan, the Oyo State capital. My name is Kunle Olowu, and Perspective Unlimited is the program you are about to listen to now. On Perspective, we are going to be looking at top stories on our dailies, and we will be going deep into it to give our analysis on those issues as they appear on the dailies. And today we are going to be looking at three major newspapers. That is the Punch newspaper. We would also be looking at the Daily Sun, and also the Nigerian Tribune this morning. Let us go quickly to the front page of the Punch newspaper this morning. The largest caption on Punch this morning: over 600 pupils, teachers abducted despite 145 billion naira safe school scheme. The writer stories: Amnesty International says scheme derailed by corruption and bureaucracy. Also, bandits demand detainees release in exchange for abducted Oyo school children. Still on the front page, NUT threatens school shutdown as Oyo Assembly rejects negotiation with bandits. All those stories you can find on page 2 of the Punch newspaper this morning. Also, over the voter data leak, police detain INEC officials, squeeze Wike's aid. That story is on page 29. And on page 2, looted weapons from Libya found with Nigerian extremists. That is credited to the United Nations. And police launch manhunt as gunmen abduct Adelabu's sister-nephew. That story is on page 20. Banks made 209 billion naira from account maintenance fees in 3 months. That story is on page 9. And about the Olowu church attack, 4 terrorists sentenced to death. Ayedetiwa hails verdict. That story is on page 7 of the Punch newspaper this morning. Moving quickly to the front page of the Daily Sun, the largest caption reads: NLC threatens total strike over terrorism. And the writer stories: backs teachers strike, demands urgent action on insecurity. Obi asked bandits to release abducted school children. That story you can find on page 6 of the Daily Sun this morning. Google launches fake call detector as voice cloning scam hits $400 billion. That story is on the front page of the Daily Sun and continues on page 25. Senate orders urgent intervention in Oyo, Kwara, school killings. And the writer story: APC condemns abduction of Adelabu's sister, son as police launches investigation. That story is on page 26 of the Daily Sun this morning. CBT WASSCE records smooth run as FG weighs nationwide rollouts. And the writer story: minister says students adapting well to digital exam, but infrastructure gap remains a problem. That story is on page 27 of the Daily Sun this morning. No one safe under Tinubu. That statement is credited to Atiku. And the writer story: Northern Coalition accuses FG of politicizing insecurity. That story is on page 6 and continues on page 27. And on page 29, INEC 87% ready for Enugu North by-election. This is according to the REC officer in charge of that. And our church attack, court sentences 4 to death by hanging. Ayedetiwa praises judiciary, security agencies, courage and diligence. That story is on page 4 of the Daily Sun this morning. And moving quickly to the front page of the Nigerian Tribune this morning, court sentences 4 to death over 2022 our church attack. That is the largest caption. And the writer story: judgment as a major step towards justice. closure for victims. Ayadetiwa, justice finally served. That story is on page 3 of the Nigerian Tribune this morning. And other stories, troop kills 50 terrorists, top ISWAP commander in Northeast. And the rider stories, weapon looted during Libya conflict found with extremist groups in Nigeria. That story is credited to the United Nations, and you can find it on page 24 and 25 of the Nigerian Tribune this morning. On page 15, WHO reports 344 Ebola cases, 60 deaths in DR Congo, warns of major response challenges. And on page 4, on insecurity, Senate rejects call to audit military spending. That's a very interesting one. And still on the front page of the Nigerian Tribune this morning, on page 15, ADC leadership crisis. Court shifts Nafiu Bala Gombe's suit to June 8th. And vandals destroy TCN's 330 kVA Aprilafia transmission line. That story is on page 6. And gunmen strike in Ibadan. Ogbomoso abducts Adilabu's sister at Twin Sons in Ibadan. Chats away arms, ammunitions at immigration office in Ogbomoso. That story is on page 20. And global mental disorder cases near 1.2 billion overtakes cancer, heart disease in disability burden. That's according to a study. And finally, Africa can raise $469 billion annually revenue without raising statutory tax rates. That is according to the African Development Bank, and that story is on page 6 of the Nigerian Tribune this morning. Let us go deep into the stories this morning. All right, so the very interesting story here are seen on almost all of the papers this morning, and we know that it was really trending in Ibadan yesterday. This is a story about the gunman who kidnapped Adelabu's sister and his twin babies in Ibadan. Now, the story has it that gunmen struck again in Ibadan, your state capital, with the kidnapping of the younger sister of former Minister of Power and the All Progressive Congress governorship aspirant chief Adebayo Adelabu in Lewura area of Challenge. On Wednesday, that's yesterday, Adelabu's sister, identified as Mrs. Olaide Busayo Adegoke John Paul, was abducted alongside her twin sons, Peter and Paul. The victims were laid while on their way to drop the children in school at about 7:30 a.m. yesterday. Eyewitnesses' accounts revealed that the gunmen were shooting sporadically to scare residents and bypassers who might attempt to block their operation. Now, it is really sad to hear this, and I know we've always been talking about it, that the insecurity issues in this country is becoming too much, that the government needs to declare some sort of state of emergency. Now, what does this latest abduction say about the current security situation, especially in Ibadan? Remember, there was also a story yesterday about an attack at the immigration office in Ogbomoso. Now, this thing is becoming one too many. Well, what do you think is actually saying about the security situation in Ibadan?
Thank you.
Let me introduce my analyst. Alali Kansani is here with me, who would be the analyst. Good morning.
Good morning, Chief.
Yes. So, but back to our discussion now.
Thank you very much. It's not just an Ibadan thing. It's not just an Oyo State thing. It's actually a national thing. There is no security in this country. That is just the bottom line. There is no security in this country. Let's start from what happened on the night of Tuesday, June 2nd. June 2nd, yeah. Yes. It happened in a very, 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 very highly populated area of Ogbomoso. I know the place too well. It was late in the night, around a couple of minutes before 9 o'clock. people jumped into the facility of the Nigerian Immigration Service in Odumoshua, and they attacked officers who were on the ground there. They took away a number of ammunition that I may not be able to say one or two as regards. But please let me say one thing, if not everything, as regards a particular weapon that was taken, a G3 rifle.
A G3 rifle?
Yes. A G3 rifle is far more effective than an AK-47 rifle. The effective range of an AK-47 is between 300 and 400 meters. A G3 can take you out 1.2 kilometers away, meaning it can do 4 folds of what the dreaded AK-47
can do.
Yes. That tells you what these guys now have in their possession. Things are not looking rosy for Nigeria right now. They didn't just go with the weapon, they also went with the ammunition, the bullets that you can use to, do whatever you want to do. That's that. Fast forward to the following morning. Like I've always said, insecurity anywhere is insecurity everywhere. Some people have believed, albeit wrongly, that if they're not traveling, if they're within Ibadan, they're within Lagos, they're within any major metropolis, that they will be safe. What happened in the morning of yesterday told us that is a big lie. This one was taking our kids to school, something we do daily, and
about 7:30 a.m.
7:30 a.m. I mean, it was daybreak already. And before she knew what was happening, she was waylaid. They were shooting sporadically. I mean, I saw videos.
Yeah, there are videos, yes.
Yes, and I was like, wow, how did we get here? Yes, it's a popular family. It's a family that everybody knows in Ibadan or your state, but that doesn't mean that bad things should happen to them. If it can happen to one, trust me, it can happen to two. If it can happen to A, it can happen to B. That is what I'm saying. A lot of people are saying all sorts of nonsense out there. Oh, it's a this, it's a this, it's a that. No, that's not the case. Insecurity is insecurity. Can you do what those guys did? No. How sure are you that should those guys not be able to find people like Olowu, how sure are you that they're not going to come
not
off
do the same thing?
That's the point. That is the point. And right now, the government needs to wake up to its responsibility. This thing is not funny at all. It is scary. It is scary. I don't know if you have been seeing all sorts of videos you have been seeing lately from Osogbo, from Shagamu, from Eleko, Lagos. It has been all sorts of horrible videos.
Okay, so you mentioned something now. You said people would normally say that I'm safe as long as I'm not on the highway.
Yeah.
So we know that kidnappings were once associated with
highways
and rural communities. Now, what can be the factor that is responsible for this apparent shift to urban areas like Ibadan?
Who else is staying in the rural area? That's number one. Number two, if you want high price, you go after high targets.
If you want high price, you go after high targets.
High targets don't stay in the village. They stay in the city. We used to believe that, for as long as you're in the city, you should be safe. Now we have come to realize that that is no longer the case. The reasons why these guys are coming into the city, I mean, the reasons are endless, but we shouldn't be talking about reasons right now. What we should be talking about is the way out of this mess. Because in all seriousness, I am sick and tired of this. I am sick and tired of this. There is no way. Okay, I know a lot of parents who told me right from Wednesday that today being Friday, their kids are not going to be going to school today.
Today, Thursday? Or tomorrow being Friday?
So I mean, Friday, they will be going to school on Friday. Now that this has happened, how sure are we that they will even allow their kids to go to school today? I know parents who went back to school yesterday to pick their kids
after that
incident happened.
Okay,
can you really blame them?
So what measures should schools and parents now adopt to improve safety of children, to still keep these people in classes?
The truth of the matter is that, I mean,
it's not in their hands.
It may not sound well. People may say, Mr. Sonny, are you sick? I'm not sick, but that's the truth. I'm a practical person. What can you do as an individual? There is someone who has AK-47, now G3 in their possession, and you don't even have Kondo. What exactly do you want to do? It's an uneven contest. The only body, the only entity, the only organization that can tackle what's on the ground is the government. And, like I always say, not just the government here. You can't hold local governments responsible for this. You can't even hold the state government responsible.
The federal
for this.
government.
It's just the federal government, because they are the ones who have what it takes to counter these people. There's something called balance of terror. These guys are doing all what they are doing simply because they have a terror machine in their hands. As it stands today in this country, the only body permitted to carry that terror machine, I'm talking about weapons here, is the federal government. No matter how clean your intention is, no matter how clear your intentions are, if you do not have what it takes to counter these people, trust me, you are helpless. Now, all what you have as your own tool as a journalist, as tools in your hands as a journalist, are maybe microphones, midgets, and stuff like that. How do you now confront someone who has guns? If you are a teacher, if you are a proprietor, all what you have is maybe marker or chalk, depending on what time of the year you are. If you have gone far, you'll be using marker, tablets, and the likes. If you are still in the old age, you may be using chalk or charcoal. But the truth of the matter is that what can you do if that's all you have in the hands of people who have AK-47 and G3? Let's talk to the government, especially the federal government. The federal government is dilly-dallying. They are not serious as regards what is state police. If you are not granting state police, then you must be prepared to carry all the blame that is on the ground. And the blame is way too heavy. In fact, I'm not sure a sheep can carry it right now. So if the federal government doesn't want to share that blame alone, they should grant state police so that state governors too can
be responsible.
They can be responsible. And at that particular point, we will hold them responsible, because at that point, they will have everything it takes to confront these people.
You're still on to Wells Radio 89.3 FM, your preferred awesome radio. Perspective Unlimited is the program you're listening to. My name is Kunle Olowu, and here with me in the studio is Olalekan Sani. So I would like us to look at this again. But in your own view now, do you think that the kidnappers are becoming more organized?
Yes. Anybody...
So what can we do to be a step ahead of them?
As a people...
because eventually security has become a collective effort now.
As a people, I'm not sure of what we can do. I'm a practical person.
Is this still because of this gun grade?
No,
on a lighter note.
Wait. You can't take knuckles to a knife fight. And you can't take knife to a gunfight. That is it.
What about just intelligence gathering within the neighborhood, within the society?
I'm coming somewhere.
When you see strange faces, when you see...
If you see strange faces, if they are not harmed, you can do whatever you want to do. But no matter how strange the face is, if they are harmed, what do you want to do? The only thing you can do is to use your legs at a particular point in time. You run if you don't want to become mystery immediately. So what is the essence of your intelligence at that point? What I'm talking about is this. We need people who can gather. There's a difference between knowing something and being able to work on something. I may know that you are a bad person. You may know that I'm a bad person. If you do not have what it takes to come after me, if I don't have what it takes to come after you, I know you are a bad person for the sake of knowing. If you say it out,
yes,
you blame
sound
yourself.
Like, yeah.
No. You don't blame yourself. That is even if you are alive to blame yourself. That's one thing. But government gathers intelligence. As I am, should I step out of this studio to make a phone call? Chances are that you do not know what I'm talking about. But guess what? The almighty federal government knows exactly what I'm talking about. They know exactly. I saw the video of a Fulani guy yesterday. And this guy, being a Fulani guy, said he himself was kidnapped. Now, people have come to ethnicize what's on the ground. And I've always told them, this thing is not an ethnic issue. It is a national issue. 2 days ago, a Fulani settlement in Edu local government of Kwara State was ransacked. People were killed, people were kidnapped, Fulani people as well. Back to what I was saying. This particular guy who said he was kidnapped said that these guys were calling home. Are you with me? That at some point they said that they will soon be home once they sell the animals in their possession. Guess what the animals are? The kidnapped victims.
Wow.
But what I'm trying to say here is this. They were making that conversation over the phone. The federal government could have listened to everything those guys were saying, but they were not interested. And like I said, it's not just that you can be, well, at this particular point in time, there is no harm in listening to random communications or conversations over the phone.
Over the phone.
Because you never can tell when you're going to hit the jackpot. That's number one. Number two, let's make a particular reference to what happened in the Moshow. Everybody knows where these kids are. Everybody knows where the abductors are. And yes, I can tell you free of charge that there is a technology that you can use to actually pinpoint a particular location. Every call that goes in, every call that goes out. Even if you don't make a call, for as long as your phone is on,
you can tell which
they will tell you exactly. They will
yes.
tell you the particular location you are, not just that you are in this, in fact, as big as this building is. Not just that this person is in this particular building. They will tell you the corner.
In the studio.
I'm telling you. They will know. They will know. So the question is, why is the federal government not
deploying this? Do we have that technology?
We do have it. And I'm saying we do have it thanks to what the chief of staff to the president said. When there was crisis in Lagos State House of Assembly, some members wanted to impeach the speaker loyal to the president. Some were saying, don't impeach him. Some were saying, impeach him.
That's the incident in Lagos.
Yes. The chief of staff said that the president called him to say, one of your boys is behind what is happening. And the guy said, no. The guy is loyal to me. He knows I'm loyal to you. He won't want to do whatever will upset your interest. He said the president called him again and he had to deny again, simply because he was believing that the guy was not part of what was happening. Until the Director General of the SSS
himself called him
directly that Desmond Elliott, who is your boy from Surulere, is part of the people who want to impeach Obasa.
And that's because they listened in.
How did the DG know if he didn't listen? So it tells you that this technology is there, but they're only using it to advance their own selfish. So
on the light of what you've said now,
their own parochial interest.
Yeah, on the light of what you said now, there is a particular headline on the front page of the Nigerian Tribune that says, Senate rejects call to audit military spending. And since we're talking about insecurity now, the report has it that on Wednesday, the Senate rejected a motion seeking a probe of military spending despite growing concerns over insecurity across the country, opting instead to condemn recent terrorist attack in Oyo and Kwara states and calls for stronger measures to protect vulnerable communities. Now, the Senate is supposed to actually be the one playing the role of check and balance, of the federal government. And a lot of people want to say that there is nothing wrong in probing military spending because there's a lot of money being pumped into the military, into the defense of the country. And we still keep hearing of kidnappings and insecurity around. How bold is this statement by the Senate saying that they should not probe the military spending?
Thank you very much. I don't watch what people, I don't listen to what people say. I watch what they do. Condemning whatever act of insecurity in this country is just an exercise of the jaw. That is not what matters.
Of the jaw?
Yes, I just charge your jaw. That is what you're doing. And I'm not interested in that. What matters to me is what you are doing. The Senate just destroyed a golden opportunity to reset this country.
Please, can I get some insight into that? Why do you think that's a golden opportunity to reset the country?
God bless you. A lot of people, myself inclusive, have believed over the years that with the amount of money going into security, or should I say insecurity in this country, we shouldn't be having this conversation whatsoever. They have more than enough money to fix what's on the ground.
To get all the sophisticated equipment
they have those things already. Even if they want to buy them 10 times over,
they can afford it.
The annual budget for just 1 year can't do it. So the question now is, where is this money? Let me give you an insight, Chief. For 2025, the Nigerian Army, or should I even say the DHQ here, had a budget of 20 billion naira to buy weapons. I mean, not weapons, ammunition, bullets to execute insecurity campaigns against the security all over the country. There's Operation Fasinyama, Adenkai, Whirlwind, whatever. They said out of that 20 billion, around 2 billion or less than 2 billion naira was utilized. That
Just about 2 billion.
Less than 10%. That was one of the reasons why we are here. Did that happen because Nigeria didn't have money then? No. We have now come to understand that when they couldn't fund what was going to be of value to me and you, the federal government was giving the DHU, the defense headquarters, quote unquote, an unbudgeted sum of 100 billion naira per month.
Unbudgeted?
Yes. Because, the National Assembly didn't approve it in the budget that you and I saw. The Punch ran the news. In fact, it was a headline story. And not one person has come out to say, it didn't happen. Now, if you had a budget of 20 billion naira, are you with me, Chief? To buy ammunition, I'm talking about bullets here, that you use those guns to fire, and you couldn't fund that. But you had a budget of 1.2 trillion naira free money, and still you couldn't bring 20 billion naira, something that is totally insignificant out of 1.2 trillion to buy, then you need to be audited. That the Senate is saying don't audit them means that they know exactly what they are doing. So
you agree that the military should be audited?
I do not agree that they should be audited now. I agree they should have been audited 10 years ago. And since it hasn't happened in the last 10 years, there is no better time to do that than now. But guess what? The Senate is saying no. It means that they are satisfied with what is happening. That is just what I can say. They are satisfied with what is happening. They know too well that, in my opinion, money is not being deployed in the right channel. Instead of asking questions as regards where that money could be,
you decided to just take it back pedal.
Don't talk. When people say that government knows about what is happening, can you defend them? Minding what the Senate did yesterday, can you defend them? I can't defend them because I don't want to sound stupid. And there is no way you defend them without sounding stupid. That's just the truth of the matter.
All right, you still on to Wells Radio 89.3 FM. You've preferred Awesome Radio. Perspective Unlimited is the program you're listening to. My name is Kunle, Olowu, and here with me is Olale Konsani. We'll go on a quick commercial break. Now, when we come back, we'll delve into more issues on Perspective Unlimited. Stay tuned.
Your preferred wholesome radio.
How long will it take you to confirm payment? I have been waiting for the past 1 hour. I'm so sorry. Our network is slow. I will just run out of data. Same excuse yesterday. It is unacceptable, please. You better switch to One Data Internet Service. One Data? Yes, One Data. One Data is an internet service provider with the best alternative and solution for unlimited speed. One Data provides fast and reliable internet service to organizations, homes, and places of interest in Nigeria. With One Data, you get to enjoy the premium internet service with dedicated unlimited internet speed at all times, 24/7 fantastic customer service and support, and you enjoy a 1-month free subscription when you make payment. Now is the time to say goodbye to downtimes. Sign up with One Data today on 0811 223 2671 or visit www.onedata.ng for more inquiries. One Data, unlimited speed.
Are you hungry for something delicious? Food that that feels like home but tastes like pure luxury? Then welcome to Honeydew Restaurant, where every meal is made to make you smile. From our smoky jollof to rich ofada sauce to a variety of delicious soups like egusi, eforiro, and more, paired with your favorite proteins and hot, freshly made swallows, all made for you to enjoy. We also handle bulk orders in liters, fresh and ready whenever you need it, with delivery to your doorstep. At Honeydew, it's not just the food, it's the feel, with our beautiful ambience, perfect for your romantic dates, family outings, or your quiet, relaxing evening escape. Join us every last Friday of the month at 7 p.m. for karaoke night with Jayola and enjoy music, games, food, drinks, and free mocktails and cocktails as you sing your hearts out. Visit us at Plot 42, Block 8, Alaafin Avenue, beside Wells Radio, Oluyole Estate, Ibadan. For your doorstep delivery or inquiries, call or WhatsApp 0814-691-6635, 0814-691-6635. Honeydew Restaurant, where every meal is made to make you smile.
Oh yeah! If you like sports wella, make I reason you Sports Assembly on Top World Radio 89.3 FM. You won't hear latest gist, analysis wey get vibration.
Firmino excellent, Scott Mark, everybody. Lisandro Martinez
drill them for that final.
Lisandro Martinez no play like saying just a come
All
back.
transfer rumors.
That one they play 2-1. Na last victory be for Xavi before he carry load comot for Barcelona.
Okay now, Monday to Friday 6 p.m. to 7 p.m. we go run una autori for sports matter, football, basketball, tennis, and even our local sports. If na EPL, e dey. Italian Serie A nko, e dey. Spanish La Liga, e dey. MPFL, no dull yourself. Even predictions wey dey enter, that one sef dey. Sports Assembly on World Radio 89.3 FM. Sports lovers, no shaking. Meet Sam Adeliri, una one and only Sadeliri, and the Sports IQ on Top Sports Assembly on World Radio 89.3 FM, where sports matter, they share.
In various situations, women are most affected by work-life balance. However, women have pushed through like a plant growing out of tender ground, excelling amidst challenges. Join Kemisola Williams every Thursday on Women of Influence on Wells Radio 89.3 FM from 3 p.m. to 4 p.m. to unlock potentials, build capacity, and help other women thrive. From real talk, expert insights, to inspiring stories and practical tools, this is your space to grow stronger, smarter, and unstoppable. Tune in to Women of Influence every Thursday on Wells Radio 89.3 FM by 3 p.m. Women of Influence, greatness isn't given, it's developed.
.3 FM, your preferred wholesome radio.
All right, you're welcome back to the second half of Perspective Unlimited on Wells Radio 89.3 FM, your preferred awesome radio. My name is Kunle Olowu, and here with me in the studio is my analyst, Olalekan Sani. We are also going to be leaving the studio lines open now for you to call in and give your own opinion about the issues we are discussing. The numbers to call are 0916893100. You can also call 09153334893. The third number you can try is 0911333893. We have been talking about the insecurity challenges in the country. We started with the abduction of a famous politician in Nigeria. That is the sister of the former Minister of Power, Adebayo Adelabu. We also talked about the Senate saying that they will not probe the military. And still looking at the insecurity, we know that students and teachers have been abducted in Oyo State, especially the Orire local government area of Oyo State, and it's been over 2 weeks now that the pupils and teachers have been in captivity. Now, reports reaching us yesterday has it that the Oyo State House of Assembly yesterday rejected suggestions and calls that the state government should negotiate with the bandits who abducted the teachers and students during the coordinated attack at the Ehoro Isiele in Orire local government area of Oyo State. Is, however, called for the intensified rescue operations to secure the release of the victims. What can we make of this story? Do you think that what the Oyo State House of Assembly is saying, the decision to reject the negotiation, is it worth it?
For the first time, I fear for the victims of that incident.
For the first time, you fear for the victims?
For the first time, I fear for them. Before now, I knew too well that they wanted something and that it was something the state government could afford. You know, when they said they wanted to open communication line with the governor, I felt like relief was on the way. But with what we are hearing right now, it appears that we have some bridges to cross. And it appears to me that those bridges are exceptionally long.
But let me quickly ask, in negotiation...
I'm coming somewhere.
We have a caller on the line. Hello, good morning. What is your name? Where are you calling us from?
Thank you. Ruth calling from Alaska.
All right, you have the floor.
Hello?
Yes, you have the floor,
yes,
please.
Sir.
Yeah.
You know, with the rising insecurity, especially the adoption of children and teachers, the government should take every necessary action, including negotiation. Imagine 2-year-old child is in the bush for over 2 weeks, and you say we should not negotiate. Is that not what they have been doing? If it's their own family, are they not going to negotiate? They should please negotiate for God's sake, because the priority is to rescue the victims alive. After that, lasting measures should be put in place to address insecurity and prevent such incidents from happening again. But now they need to negotiate, because that's what the bandits want. And the last video the principal did, he said they should not negotiate with them by force, but negotiate with them on a normal ground, so they know what they want. So why are they doing this? They should please rescue them alive. That's what we want. Good morning.
Thank you very much for your contribution.
So when they said they wanted to have a conversation with the governor, then I thought, okay, things were now coming to
be settled,
a logical conclusion in terms of negotiation. But now the House of Assembly of Oyo State, which I believe is the governor's mouthpiece, said don't negotiate.
That's your opinion?
My opinion. And now, you know, if Ababi were to tell you something, you know where that command came from. Should something come from a state House of Assembly, you also should know where that command.
But that is that the role? That's not the role of the state.
That is not how it should be. But that is how it is in our country, and that is one of the reasons why we have where we are. The point now is this: there is an update this morning saying that those guys want some of their comrades that are held captives to be released. I have not confirmed that. But I have confirmed that in Katsina State, a former spokesperson for the defense headquarters, a major general, a retired major general who was kidnapped alongside his wife. I'm not sure. I mean,
on Saturday. Yes.
God bless you. A very, 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 very nasty terrorist is actually the one behind it. And he called directly. In fact, the retired major general spoke to his family members through the phone of the guy, and yet the military didn't have a way to get where they were. But that's a topic for another day. This guy didn't ask for money. He said XYZ that are in captivity
should be
released. And once you release those guys, I'll release your
general.
Like I have been saying. Why are you arresting these people? Why do you keep arresting them? Of what value is
you keeping them
to keep these guys?
Okay, now let us look
They don't keep people. They only keep people for a strategic reason. You don't have any reason to keep them.
To have a bargaining chip.
That is it. Once you know that this guy is guilty of what we have accused him, I mean, why are you arresting?
We have a caller on the line. Hello, good morning. What is your name? Where are you calling us from?
Hello, good morning.
Good morning.
This is Adam.
Oh, you have the floor, man.
Yeah, if negotiation is what will bring the people that are kidnapped back, I want the government to do so, because it's going to 3 weeks now that these people are being kidnapped and there is no improvement in their release or in their release. So if negotiation is the solution to it, still be it. At least they should take the ransom so that they release these people. Because just take a look at small children that are in the bush. A month-old child is in the bush, a 2-year-old, even including the teachers. So this is not supposed to be. So I think at this point, the government should not use force. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much for your contribution.
And let's not go emotional this morning. Yes, there are little children, but that's not the topic for this morning. The topic is how to get them out.
How to get them out.
Alive. If we keep screening little children, that's not going to bring anybody out. If it were to be money alone, I know too of that. The state government can handle that. But based on the structure of the country right now, the governor has no power whatsoever to say, okay, we are going to release this particular guy, because the state government didn't arrest that person. And the relationship between the state government and the federal government, for political reasons, is not okay
it's
right
tensed.
now. The governor is another party, the president is another party. There is no love lost between the two of them.
And the other parties in between them.
So he may not have the heirs of the president to say, okay, these guys have said that they want you to release this particular set of people. Can you do that as part of the negotiation? So for him not to appear like he's wicked or he's mean or he's not interested in what is happening, House of Assembly, do that on my behalf so that people won't say I'm the bad person. Are you with me?
But this is just a scenario you have
coming from someone who understands how our political terrain works. Trust me, that is my hunch, and that is what I believe is happening. My personal opinion. That is trust.
But now, what I'm saying is, everything you said understood.
I sympathize with the governor.
Yeah.
And the reason why I really sympathize, I'm not a fan of his, everybody knows that. But the reason why I sympathize with him is that most people do not understand how our home brand of democracy works. They feel like the guy should be crucified. They are, how can that happen? You call yourself the chief security officer of the state, and such is happening. When in reality, he cannot give a directive, not even an order, a directive to a civil defense of a new recruit of the civil defense.
That's as much as people don't know. But what I'm saying now is
he said this on Saturday.
Yes, talking about the negotiation. Now, a lot of people would think that you do not negotiate with terrorists. I don't know, maybe we got this from American movies we've been watching, that Americans will say you do not negotiate with terrorists. But the thing now is that even if we look at it practically, by the time you negotiate, now they are asking for maybe money or you to release. So you should know that there must be a particular interest. For example, if they want you to release somebody, there must be a particular interest. Maybe the person has some sort of intelligence or whatever. And it is still for them to keep doing this act of kidnapping on. Yeah, if you give them money, you keep enriching them to be able to get most of. Yes. So
and
is
if you
it
release
really
their comrades,
right? Yes.
They are not asking for the idiots among them.
Yes, they are asking for the smart ones.
Smart ones that
so
can execute things effectively.
How is it now?
As regards as regards negotiating with terrorists, many people don't know this, but outside that country that you mentioned, that maybe they do negotiate with terrorists.
Well, like I said, it was just on a lighter note. So
I get your point.
Maybe from the movies we watch.
Even officially, their government will say we don't do that.
Yes.
Why not you that they do it?
So isn't that the same thing the Oyo State House of Assembly is doing?
No, the Oyo State House is saying don't do that simply because they are asking for things that the Oyo State government cannot give. And they don't want the governor to appear like he's not interested in doing it. So they rather say, okay, let's
have a call on the line.
The governor from doing that.
Hello, good morning. What is your name? Where are you calling us from?
Hello, good morning. Chief Kunle Olowu.
Good morning, sir.
This is Binga Mario calling from Apata.
Binga Mario from Apata.
For how long do we come on here and talk about insecurity? Because things begins to become a recurrent decimal every now and then. And let me shock you. But this thing is there's not going to be an end in sight to this indiscriminate act in the nearest month or years. It is only when we have a proactive leader that can tackle this menace headlong. Akpabio was asked that in the house yesterday that they should try and what do they call it now? They should try and
audit the military.
The military, and he said no. See, let me tell you, Mr. Kunle, if something is happening, if there's a misappropriation of money under federal government parastatal, and you decide not to carry out an audit, that means that the money has not gotten to whom the money ought to get to. The one that we are able to have an access to that we year on year is because the money does not get to A and B. But it gets to A, B, C. It does not get to X, Y, Z. Now they still have to be they're able to know what's really happening. A couple that is telling us that they should know that doesn't grant the audit of the military. He knows what he's doing. Because if that should be done, as we roll, so many information will be released to Nigerians. Not every one of us know where a woman gives birth. So he cannot be telling us this place or this place. You all know. So the thing is this: we don't have a leader that could really hold the bull by the horn. So they are only deceiving us. Look at what happened to Kunle sister yesterday. Though I condemn that as it's something that shouldn't have happened. But they've been abducting pupils of some parents as well. How many politicians have come out to tell us they sympathize with us, or they try to ensure the rescue of those kidnapped? It is only when they have the big guns people probably they are being kidnapped. It is then that will be hearing news there and there and there. Look at what the internet was. They went agog yesterday because the sister was kidnapped. Though we are praying that God will rescue her and bring her to safety.
Amen.
So let our leaders be active and be proactive on insecurity. Thank you very much, and have a nice day.
Thank you very much for your contribution, Mr. Bengamario. All right, so like I was saying, you said that they have to. Okay, we have another call on the line. Hello, good morning. What is your name? Where are you calling us from?
My name is George. I'm calling you from Olowu.
George from Olowu, you have the floor, sir.
Yeah. Thank you, Mr. Sonny.
Good morning, sir.
Yeah, I keep saying that I always like to listen to your analysis.
Oh, thanks to God, sir.
You know, it's not a good thing for anybody to rejoice that they kidnapped the sister of the former minister. But if this type of thing does start happening, you might not know the truth of what is going on. Who told you they have not been paying ransom to free the people of their choice? They have been paid. So nobody can defend that one at all.
But we don't know that for sure, sir.
Where is the arms that we are buying? Where is it going? Where are those arms that Nigeria is spending those money we are budgeting for? Haven't you seen where they post what some soldiers are even carrying, moving from one place to the other and taking into the bush? You will tell me it's an assumption. Listen, we know what is going on. We cannot remain in fear and allow ourselves to be killed. You will see how soon you will hear that the sister of the minister is released. And they will tell you it was the military that did it. Why are these children still in the bush? We should stop deceiving ourselves. They know what they are using our money to do. And not only auditing the military, they should also audit all our politicians. We should check their accounts. What are they earning and what are they having now? There's a system that says that when you are entering into office, you declare your
assets.
Your assets. Let's now check. Let those people in charge of those asset declarations go into action and start picking these things. You will see the number of people who are behind the war that we are passing through in this country. Thank you.
Thank you very much for your contribution, sir. Okay, so let us still look at this a little bit more critically. So what message do you think the decision of the State House of Assembly saying that they should not negotiate with the terrorists, what message do you think it sends to the terrorists themselves?
I don't want to talk about that because it may not mean well for the people in their hands.
And they might have a way of monitoring.
Let's not. They know exactly what is happening. Let's not go that way, sir. Let's not go that way, sir.
Yeah, but the thing is that even as it is, if we are not going that way, it is already out there that this is what the House of Assembly is saying.
Thinking about what could happen to those people is giving me chills. And let's not go that way, sir. See, the point is this: what the House of Assembly did yesterday, as far as I'm concerned, was to extricate the governor of your state from all of what's on the ground.
But doesn't that have its own implications? That's what I'm saying.
The implications are weighty. And I don't want us to discuss the implications. I just hope and pray that I am wrong as regards what I think could be the implications. Right now, I have fears for those people. This is the first time I'm having fears for them.
That's how you started. That this is the first time you're genuinely scared.
Yes.
We have another caller on the line. Hello, good morning. What is your name? Where are you calling us from?
Hello, good morning.
Good morning.
This is me. I'm calling from Odejai. Are you with me?
Yes, you have the floor, ma'am.
Okay, on the issue of insecurity, it's a pity that it keeps escalating on a daily basis. And it's a pity that nothing tangible has been done. Is this how we are going to continue till 2027, if not 2026? Sincerely, our government needs to do the right thing at the right time. They should stop playing politics with people's lives. No doubt, Mr. President has failed us on this issue of security. So I will only call on your state government to please rescue those people in Olowu. They should be brought back alive. Not those ones that they are doing, we rescue them today, we are on top of our game. No, we want proper action. And I believe the governor can do it. Well, I pray they will be able to rescue them alive. Thank you. Good morning.
Thank you very much for your contribution, ma'am. Okay, yes. So, what we are saying now is that, even the families of the kidnapped people, they are also monitoring this situation. And even if we don't want to look at it in the scope or, of the people who are the kidnappers. Now, the family of those who have been kidnapped, now they are hearing this. Do you think they will still have faith in the government?
Their hearts will be in their mouth right now because they know the implication of what is happening right now. I only hope and pray that a miracle happens.
That a miracle happens.
Military-wise, we have come to understand that we don't have an edge over these people right now. Not that we cannot deal with them, but it appears to me that those at the highest level of our national security are either clueless or they are not interested in fixing the current problem. So talk of military invasion, we don't have a hand there. In terms of negotiation, we are also losing it. So how exactly are these people going to come back home?
Let's quickly take this, probably the last call. Hello, good morning. What is your name? Where are you calling us from?
Good morning.
Good morning, sir.
I don't know why people so insisted that Oyo State should rescue these people. Please, did Oyo State have the capacity, the sophisticated weapon, the air they can use to rescue those people? I don't understand. Who are the people that the state people use? Is it the Amatekon that are using Sunday shots? Or they should tell the Sheyi Makinde to move personally? Because when people are saying Oyo State should rescue, in what sense? Is it the Oyo State government in charge of the Naval Air Force? Let me tell you one thing. One of the American Army was arrested in Iran. Don't Nigeria know how many troops went to Iran because of a soul? So why are you people talking about insecurity what do they call security allowance or whatever from the ability to the government? Since the Taye Currency son constructed a police post in what do they call inside those Ibadan, did Nigeria know that there are so many police officers there since 2002? So who's in charge? Who will deploy the police officers there?
To the place.
Is it not the federal government? I don't know why it is until we come together, the capacity that the governors have, understand, the masses have to know it so that they will not be fooling that they have given them the security allowances. They are giving, how much are they giving them? When the governor came out and said that he has lost about 200 Amatekon, with that sophisticated weapon. So do you want us to use to lose another people again? How many troops did federal government told the Naval Air Force that they should move to Benin Republic when they want to get there's a coup d'etat there?
Sorry, we lost that call. We actually even pressed for time already now. Mr. Olale Konsani, your final words quickly.
Final words. I hope for a miracle for this particular. I'm tired. Not that I am tired of what is happening, but as regards an active way out, what is playing in my head is tiring. It's depressing.
All right, thank you very much for being a part of this show this morning, Mr. Olale Konsani.
It is always an honor to be here.
Also remember, Perspective Unlimited airs on Wells Radio 89.3 FM every Mondays to Friday by 6:30 to 7:30 a.m. Do join us again tomorrow for a fresh edition of Perspective Unlimited. Now, we are handing over to the Sport Gang on AM Sport on Wells Radio 89.3 FM. My name is Kunle Olowu, and I'm saying thank you for being part of the show. Good morning and God bless.